Hey everybody, it's Gauntlet X and welcome back to some more Magic Arena. Today we're going to be playing another pick drew draft of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, blazing through some drafts before the Arena Direct this weekend. Without further ado, let's just get right back into the swing of things here. We got a great pack one, pick one here. We got Kitsune, Dragon's Daughter for just a big blue rare here that is quite powerful. 6 mana, 6/6 Vigilance, and you can keep swapping over your weakest creature for their biggest one every time you hit them. And there's Baxter Stockman here, which is just an excellent card for blue-red artifacts, which is an excellent archetype in general. Both these cards in the same color pair. Yeah, let's just get this deck started, shall we? Mechanized Ninja Cavalry, solid for blue-red. There's also a blue-red dual land, so you could take these two. You could also take Old Hob, which is okay if you don't have access to white mana, and really good if you do, because you can give those tokens indestructible so that they stick around forever instead of getting destroyed in your end step. So that's interesting. I think I will speculate on the Hob here. We'll take Hob and the Cavalry. Okay, Spicy Oatmeal Pizza is really, really nice for the artifact decks. There's some random ways to potentially clone an artifact or pick up an artifact to replay it later. So any removal spell artifact is really good. So I like the Oatmeal Pizza a lot. Followed by Bot Bashing Time for more removal, or Raphael. 4 mana, 4/4. Must be blocked if able. Whenever it's dealt damage, you get that much red mana. This is actually not that great in draft, because usually by the time this is attacking, that's like turn 5. You got 5 lands out anyway. I don't think Raphael's that crazy, but oops, I took a turtle power. I was going to take Raphael anyway. I think the best pick is probably the Oatmeal Pizza and the other removal spell, but for fun's sake, I was going to take Oatmeal Pizza plus Raphael. I kind of forgot for a second there how quick the pick 2 draft timers can be. All right, Tough Turtle and a Turtle Blimp. You know what? No, let's take a Return to the Sewers and a Turtle Blimp, since I did just pass up a removal there. Return to the Sewers, perfectly playable blue removal. Okay, there's that nobody that can pick up the Spicy Oatmeal Pizza and replay it to blow up another card. It can also pick up like Ninja Cavalry for more tokens, so I like that a lot. And then Donatello is a fine value play. We got a really good start here. It could have been better if I didn't time out one of my picks, but it's still really good. We don't have too much to complain about here. I actually really don't mind the biological assets in your blue-red decks. If you get a couple copies of the 6 mana uncommon that lets you pick up an artifact from your graveyard, because then that helps you fill the grave early. Agent Bishop is a really strong card, and the blue and red cards in this pack are super weak, so I don't think there's any reason not to speculate on that. We just take the Mana Dork and a speculative Agent Bishop if we can find a lot of the white dual lands that could work out, or if we get any of the mana fixing artifacts. Here's a fixing spell, the Escape Tunnel. So Escape Tunnel and like Ooze Spill here. Some interaction and some mana fixing. Looks fine. Omni Cheese Pizza is another way to splash in a little bit of white, and it's just a fine filler artifact. Sure. Another Turtle Blimp, another Pizza. There's a Mouser here too. Pretty low on early plays. I could see needing to take the Mouser, but I think Turtle Blimp's a much better card at its cost. Yeah, I'm just going to take the best cards here, and fingers crossed we find better cheap cards in the final pack. There we go. We got a purple Dragon Punks. That's fine. Okay, final pack. What do we have? We got Raph and Mikey, double red and 5, so a 7 mana finisher, but a really, really strong one. Flipping creatures from the top and just putting them to play attacking every time. Then same with Krang. Very expensive, very top end rare, but a very powerful one, drawing you a bunch of cards when Krang enters. So we just get a couple great finishers. We're really looking for more cheap creatures, but are we looking for them badly enough to take them over these incredible finishers? I don't think so. I think we just take these two, and then we take Ninja Cavalry style cards next pack forward. It's a very funny card, but I don't think that will ever be good in draft. Sally Pride, double white. Sally Pride's tremendously powerful, but double white is quite difficult. Off of a splash, and we really are looking for good cheap cards now, not good finishers at this point. I don't think I'm trying to double splash in a Sally Pride and get 2 white sources in this deck. We'll just take the Mouser Foundry for another good early play. We're also not super high on removal, so I don't mind bot bashing time alongside the Foundry instead of like Wingnut here. Nobody's pretty good too, though. There we go. There's a good 3 mana play. Raph and Leo. And a fine 2 mana play with a Raphael. I think I should have taken the Nobody over the bot bashing time. Especially since I just wheeled a manhole. Well, not wheeled, but especially since I just got a manhole missile too. What am I taking alongside this? A mind transfer protocol? I feel like that's just going to get cut by the end, but we'll see. Don't want a second Donatello, but I'm really happy with a Ninja Cavalry. Henchbots came back, and Wingnut. Those are both fine. Okay, let's adjust this deck a tiny bit, but it actually looks pretty great here. Is the White Splash worth it for Agent Bishop? I feel like it is. I feel like Agent Bishop is just a very strong card. We have a couple Omni Cheese Pizza to make sure our mana's not ever doing that poorly for us. Let me cut some of these mid-range plays, like 4 mana stuff. Three, four, five, six. Still one more cut. Oh, it's definitely going to be non-creature at this point. I guess I've got double Turtle Blimp. With double Turtle Blimp, we're at like 16 creatures. Mouser Foundry's also kind of a creature. Yeah, we could cut another creature here. We're at like 16 and a half. We'd be still at like 15 and a half creatures if I cut another one. I don't think Raphael's great in here. Fine with the Ninja Cavalries, but that's it for like double creature cards. Well, Turtle Blimp does make 2 creatures, but technically only triggers Raphael once still. Yeah, I'm just going to cut Raphael. And this looks pretty good to me. Double check that mana. 13 red cards, 7 blue, and 4 white. But we do have double blue cards, Ooze, Spill, Krang, and Kitsune. So I still want quite a few islands. I think I could go 8-6, though. Got an escape tunnel, some cheese pizzas to help us out. Yeah, call it a deck here. Hop into the gameplay, see how far this one can take us. Alright, here we are on the draw for game number 1. We've got all of our colors here, and Omni Cheese Pizza. I think I'm going to grab the white here. We can play Raph and Leo off of red, white, and 1. And then if I need the second blue for Krang and I don't naturally draw it, I can just use the pizza for that. Oh boy, Improvised Arsenal is really scary already here. Might even not attack, because then they could like equip the token and I have to block with Raph and Leo. I don't know what we're going to do about this Improvised Arsenal, because if they make it to 5 mana, they keep making more copies of it and just equipping them all over their board. That is a devastatingly scary card. There's the Metal Head to slow us down too. Really great curve on the play from our opponent. Certainly on the back foot over here. Play our pizza and our punks. Try to get to playing more spells next turn. There's Agent Bishop. So the improvised arsenals will never raise the toughness of anything that they're equipped to. So if we can just keep enough power to kill their creatures, that could work out for us. Be very hard to deal with Metalhead, though, because Metalhead can keep sacking other cards to raise his toughness. Yep, improvised arsenal on a flyer is also really, really bad for us. So now we need to Turtle Blimp to have the trade into the Buzzbots. Or we will just die, essentially. They've got the tap for the Blimp. We double block Metalhead, they just sack Mouse or Foundry, and it still lives anyway. And we could maybe just chomp with the token there at this rate. If we can't kill the flyer, it's just game over. And that's just game over. I can't make any more flying blockers. They can just tap our flying blocker with Surveillance Cam. I could gain 3 and be at 8, but they can just... I guess if I eat the pizza and I'm at 8, I get 1 last turn. So I hold up 2 to eat the pizza. This is looking quite unwinnable, though. So we crew the Blimp, they respond by tapping it, then the bots is only hitting us for 6 and we'll be at 8. Oh my god. Wow. The second Surveillance Cam so that they still get to hit for 8. They don't have to sack one of their artifacts here. What a hand. Even eating the pizza doesn't give us another turn there. Yeah. Gross. All right. Just get improvised weaponry out of it really, really hard. I think our hand was pretty good there too, but that was just so much pressure from the opponent on the play. And that'll do it. 0-1 heading into game 2. Here we are on the draw again for game number 2. Let's grab the white source, and we can go punks into Agent Bishop to get started. We're playing against a green deck this time. Green-black it is. Turn 2, they run out that everything pizza that grabs whatever basic they need, and if they get all 5 colors, does do some pretty crazy stuff. They do find a plains, so they are finding a 3rd color off of it. There's an ice cream kitty. Land for us. We'll play Agent Bishop. Get that rolling. hold other mana up here. Go to combat, see what they're gonna do. I think I'm just keeping Agent Bishop out of combat, though. Yep, Death Touch trade into the punks. But Agent Bishop gets to hang around. Without an artifact on board, I don't really want to play Donatello, so let's just draw Pizza card. Oh, beautiful draw. Find a 2-mana creature. The double spell. Mikey and Dawn party planners. They can play lands and mutants, ninjas, and turtles from the top of their library. Okay. So good card draw engine. It's got Ward 2 as well, so we can't really deal with it. There's Insectoid Exterminator. 2/2 flyer, they get to scry during their end step when their permanents are leaving the battlefield. Spicy oatmeal pizza is the draw, but that's still not cheap enough to deal with Mikey and Dawn because we need that 2 extra mana to ward. So I might just pass here holding up Ooze Spill. I guess I can start attacking now, though. With, like, Donatello here. The only way that they kill Donatello on board is by blocking with Mikey and Dawn alongside somebody else, and I would take that trade. Cool. Guac and marshmallow pizza. Maybe a fight spell coming up here. If they're playing this main phase 1. Tenderize. Yeah, I could ooze spill that, so I will. Everything pizza, copy number 2. Our opponent is eating everything. There's an island. They're almost there. If they find the red source, that could flip the game. They gain 3, draw a card. We lose 3, discard a card. Okay, no, we don't lose 3. We just discard a card and then they can deal 3 to one of our creatures. Okay. I mean, they could deal 3 to our face, but that wouldn't be as good as killing one of our creatures here. Okay, now I have the mana to deal with Mikey and Dawn, so I mean, I think even if they get to pizza, we are pretty locked in for the win now. Yeah, there's the concession from our opponent. That is 1-1 heading into game 3. All right, here we are on the draw again for game number 3. We've got a very slow hand here, so really hope our opponent is not aggressive, and they start with a 2-mana 2/1 haste. But we had all of our colors here and some very good higher end cards, so figured it is worth the gamble. But it doesn't look great. We drew another 7-mana play, and our opponent has the hasting 2-mana threat to start things off. At least they missed. It didn't draw them a card when it entered. Okay. No follow through. Just a pizza. So just a single 2-1 poking us for a bit. That should give us the time to fight to stabilize here. And if we survive for a long game, unless they have their own great rare, we should be pretty favored in the long run. Okay, run out of Donatello, have our blocker for Casey Jones, and draw another card. Find a manhole missile, beautiful draw. Now we got some cheap removal to play before we're running out Kitsune and Raph and Mikey. Neutron Scientists. And a Mouser Foundry. Just got a 2-2 and 1-1. They're mainly just chilling. Found our own Mouser Foundry. Good draw. Give us something to do this turn alongside our manhole missile. Okay, Don and Leo are indeed a problem. So they get to flicker the Scientists, stun another card, flicker the Foundry, get another 2/1/1s. That's super, super bad. I think I'm just gonna missile the Scientists, and at least they only get one flicker then. Also lets us ditch a land to draw something else, which is just a tap land. Okay, so when we play Kitsune, we get to steal Dawn and Leo, right? Yeah. Okay, no, this should just be fantastic. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's a card. I didn't realize how good Kitsune was gonna be here. It's wild. Could draw the card off of the pizza, but I'll just get a couple 1/1s instead. Oh, that's brutal for our opponent. Bespoke bow. Well, that's pretty good. They get to put it right back in their hand, at least. Equip their little token. Run out our blimp here. Blow up their token. I think I'm cool to blow up their token. Bot bash the Kitsune. Play a Mouser Mark III. Oh my god, no. That's not what I want to do. I need the mana. Play strong rares, win games. Go, Raph and Mikey, go. Oh my god, they hit Baxter Stockman. Gross. That's even just lethal if they choose to block a 1/1. Wow, alright. 2-1 now. Heading into game number 4. Here we are on the draw for game 4. Actually a good hand for the punks here, because we can double artifact on turn 3. April O'Neil. Ew. If we were on the play, we could kill her before she draws more cards, but they're going to get 2 turns worth of cards on here because we're on the draw. Our removal's not out till turn 4. I think I need to play the Omni Cheese Pizza because I really need to make sure that I have mana for bot bashing time to kill April as quick as possible. So I need to draw the extra cards to get closer. Get closer to the next land. If we miss our lands and we don't bot bash April soon, like she's just gonna win the game. She's already drawn them 1 card. Here's another 2, so 3 cards minimum that they're ahead now. All right, well, we're not in a great spot. They're 3 cards ahead, but we did find the land, so the game isn't completely over here. And we can try to make up for it in the end game with Krang drawing us 3 or 4 cards. Okay. 6 mana. Looks like we're just playing a 5 mana card here. I guess I could shoot their Frog Butler. I think I would just want to play Baxter so I can start bashing. Okay. Still up a token here. But no attacking then. Party Dude. That's actually good in this matchup, where they draw a card whenever one of our things goes to the grave. This seems like a super, super narrow card, though, for draft. I think it's probably pretty good in like best 2 out of 3, like in traditional draft, because if you're against blue-red artifacts, it's pretty good. But if you're against any non-artifact deck, level 3 is just really, really finicky. And then the other 2 levels don't do anything if you're not against like blue-red. This trade's not great. Just take it. This is unfortunate, though, because this is like the premium matchup for Party Dude. If I do anything, they just draw 1,000 cards. If I activate Foundry, they draw a card. If I chump with a token, they draw a card. We got pre-sideboarded here. This is going to be rough. Let's try to set that Krang up here. Draw some cards of our own. There's Donatello. Spicy oatmeal pizza is the draw. Maybe we kill the reach card and just start chipping away with the blimp. If I want to play Krang and draw my cards, I have to sacrifice my Omni Cheese Pizza And if I sacrifice my Omni Cheese Pizza, they also draw a card. So I'm not very happy right now, but I think it's still worth it. Land, a manhole missile. Okay. Manhole missile's a great one because it can ditch another one of these lands. So they just level up Party Dude again to start buffing their attacks. Sure. Manhole missile on this one. Dig through our deck, get rid of that land, and draw a different land. Party Dude is not a May ability. They do have to draw the card. So if this game goes too long, I might just start chumping every turn and going for somewhat of a mill plan. Just make sure I don't have anything that can stop this. I'm pretty sure I don't. Yeah, no, we have nothing that'll change our stats. So there goes Krang. Another blimp is something. Punk Frogs, just a 4/5. Surprisingly enough, the turtle blimps are kind of just getting in there turn over turn. Just scientists to tap and stun somebody. They can't stun our vehicles. Nunchuck. I can return to the sewers in response to that to counter the removal. I don't want them to immediately redraw Donatello, so I'll trump with the 0/1 for now. There's Buzzbots. Okay, now that they're tapped out of Donatello mana, and it's their end step, I think I'm fine to crack Foundry and give them some cards here. Another Ninja Cavalry. You know what? Might be flunging here. I should probably just put this on a flyer, but bunch of 2-power creatures on the ground. I think we can flunge in really well. Like that. Put them to 4. Now they're at 5. Hit us with buzzbots because of the vigilance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attackers. If I have 5 more attackers than they have blockers, they're dead. Currently, I have exactly 5 more. Okay, so I have to top deck a creature to crew one of the blimps, but if I do top deck a creature that's big enough to crew a blimp, then they're dead because they're tapped out too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we just want to top deck a creature here. Come on, top deck. That works. That works. I think we don't exchange. Okay, they concede because they know that they're dead to one creature crewing a blimp. All right. That was a scary game. I think that game was closer than it looked because they were drawing a lot of cards there. But we just got a really wide board to push in those last points of damage, and we're 3-1. An 0-1 start, rallied all the way to the final battle here in this pick 2 draft. See if we can't end this with a trophy run, but no matter what, we are in the money today. All right, here we are on the draw for the final battle. Hopefully our ninja cavalry and our oatmeal pizza are enough to defend ourselves long enough to make it to the late game, because my, do we have our finishers in this hand. We got Baxter Stockman into Krang, into Raph and Mikey. So if we live a long time, then we will win. If we're going to lose the game, it's going to be losing within the early turns. I don't foresee us losing on like turn 10 or something like that. There's the flying Donatello from our opponent. We're going to just pizza that bad boy immediately before he gets any bigger. And then we also have the nobody to pick up the pizza, which is great. There's a Michelangelo. We've got the manhole missile to deal with that, and then I can ditch a card looking for specifically lands. I don't love manhole missiling nobody away, but I think it makes the most sense, because if I'm not playing nobody this turn anyway, then I just want to go 5, 6, 7, these 3 cards. Yeah. Okay. Just make sure we get our mana. Ragamuffin Raptors, pretty good value. Pick up one of their creatures from grave, put it back to hand. Picks up the flying Donatello. We'll run out Baxter. We can start getting some swings in through the Raptor even. There's Donatello. And a Slithering Cryptid. Giving them some mutagens. Sure, I'll take the 4, go to 13. Missed a land here, but honestly, Agent Bishop is not a bad card at all. So that's fine. They go to 7. There's the uncommon Michelangelo. Just gets a mutagen when he enters or attacks. And we can't double block anymore. So just trying to buff up their flyers enough to outrace us. But we got a pizza we can eat over here, so we should be fine. 2 mana to eat the pizza. You can drop Krang and still eat it. Okay, I don't want to play this Omni Cheese Pizza because I really want to hold up the mana. I'm gonna hold up the mana, eat the pizza on the crackback. Okay, what happens if they go? They can go kill Baxter, kill Bishop, kill Punks, take 7 die. They have 3 blockers. They could block 4, 3, 3, take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They go to 1. They have to block the biggest creatures, but they do get to kill Baxter here. They can't kill Agent Bishop because they have to block higher power creatures. Yep. See if they can find a way to push 11 damage, and as I say that, they concede. So they have no way to get 11 damage through. And that's 4-1. That's a nice little trophy run in today's Pick 2 draft. Pretty sick stuff, honestly. We just got a couple great cards for the same archetype right off the bat, and it was open enough to stick to it, and that is when you're going to get your strongest decks in any kind of draft, but especially in Pick 2 draft. Get Baxter and Kitsune right off the bat. Kitsune was really good. Most of these exchanger card spells aren't that great because most of them don't come with like a 6/6 attached to them. Like Switcheroo was a 5 mana sorcery. Each player exchanged control of one of their creatures. That wasn't that great, even though you chose what you got to swap around. But for 1 more mana, getting a 6/6 Vigilance and swapping feels really, really good. I think this card was an overperformer for sure. That card was fantastic. Everybody else was great. Biggest underperformer, probably like Raph and Leo. They just kind of sat there and didn't do anything. I'm not that excited about them in the future, but everybody else did some great work. The Agent Bishop splash worked perfectly fine off the Escape Tunnel and some pizzas. Great deck all around. Nice 4-1 trophy run today. But that is going to end today's video. As always, I'd like to thank my patrons and YouTube members for their support, as well as you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it and you're interested in seeing some more, you can always like, comment, and subscribe to tell the YouTube algorithm to send you some more in your recommended feed. If you'd like to support the channel directly, you can check out the Patreon link in the description below. And other than that, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Magic Arena.